Hey everyone, it's Patty from PBS Paper Crafts, and I have another card I wanted to show you. I'm featuring this Hold On to Hope bundle. It's in the Occasions catalog, and it's really beautiful. I mean, the crosses that you can cut out, you'll see this I did in the silver foil paper. They're just so pretty. So this, and then this can go behind it, and then there's this one. It's really beautiful. So this is in the Occasions catalog. And it's on page 27, and this was one of the stamp sets that was made by $1 Million Achiever. So Brandy Cox sold $1 million over her time as a demonstrator, and she gets to go and get wined and dined, and then she gets to design a stamp set. So this is hers. I actually met her when I was in Utah, and she signed my catalog, so that was nice, and what a sweet lady she is. So I really love this, and I wanted to use it for Easter. So I made this card. This is not for Easter, it's just a card, but the one I'm going to make right now will be for Easter. It says God is love, and that's a stamp, and then the cutout, and then the cross. I have it on the silver foil paper, and then I have this gray behind it. So this is the inside, and this is the I have made you, and well, I will carry you and sustain you and rescue you, and that's from the Bible. It's Isaiah 46:4. So it's really beautiful. So let's get started. I have just about everything cut out already, and this is Basic Gray and Blushing Bride. It's a top folding card. So let me just explain what that is. It's still a half a piece of cardstock. It's just that you're cutting it this way instead of this way, if that makes sense. So this is the 11, and this is 4 1/4, and then I have it scored at 5 1/2. So it's the same size as the other. It's just that it opens a top fold versus this way. And then this is my inside piece. I have a piece of Blushing Bride, and this is for the layer, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have the layering ovals I used, and I cut this one out as the biggest one, and then I just matched this one. And then I did the cross, so I did this one with this cross for my basic gray, and then this cross I used that silver foil paper. I think it would be great in copper or gold, or just a piece of cardstock. So let's put this together. I don't have a lot of stamping to do. I just wanted to say, when you run this through your Big Shot to cut it out, it kind of, like, I went back and forth a couple of times, and it did scratch up a little bit the silver foil paper. So I really cut it down. I think it's 2 by 3 or something. You could just measure the cross so that I don't have a lot going through between the plates. It just kind of scratched the surface a little bit. And I will save this. I think I'm going to use this when I make some more of the barn door for the hardware. I'm going to try it with the silver. So anyway, I put this on top of this with the liquid glue, and you really have to be careful and just use a little bit because it's you don't want it to seep through too much. So let me just start with this. We'll put this together. And I just kind of tried to get very little bit. You can use the fine tip glue as well. I actually like this glue better. And I've seen folks put this in the fine tip glue container. So you have this type of glue, but you have that fine tip. So I'm going to try that. I guess I should use up my fine tip glue. So I have an empty container. That would be helpful. So we'll just go around here, and then I'll lay this on top of the cross, and we'll just set this aside. I like to put something on it, so I'm going to put this on it for a second. And let's do our stamping. So I have a little piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to use this Basic Gray. And I'm sorry, I said I was using Blushing Bride. I'm using Powder Pink for the pink, so excuse me for that. I didn't think the Blushing Bride went as well. So the Powder Pink is what I'm using. It's one of the new in colors. So I'm going to actually have to use this stamp. So I think this is good. We'll set that aside. And I'm just going to ink it up. and then I'll stamp it on just a scrap of paper. And I think I'll do the inside while I have this out. So I'm going to make this the Easter card, and I didn't have an Easter sentiment in any of the new products, so I went to last year, and this is a beautiful set as well. I'm going to take the Happy Easter from here. You could use any sentiment that you want. To me, the sentiments are use what you have. And if you see one that you really like, pick it up and you'll have it for whatever cards you make. So we'll just ink that up also in basic gray. I'm going to put it toward the top so that you can write something on the bottom. I think we're done with the basic gray. And then I'm just going to put a butterfly inside in this powder pink. So I'm just going to put one up here. And that's it. I'm not going to do anything else inside. So that was quick with stamping. Not much stamping to do. This one I'm going to cut out now. I'm going to take my framelit and let me put this aside. I'll get my Big Shot and we'll just cut this out. It's pretty quick. So I have my 2 plates. I'll put this down. I could use my magnetic, but I don't have it handy. My plates are starting to get warped, so I'm going to put this kind of in the middle. And this one you have to make sure it's the right way, and you'll know that you have it the wrong way, like I just noticed as I was trying to line it up. It's pretty easy to notice that. And then I'll just put this on top and run it through. And this is just a one-time through. You don't need to go back and forth. Some of the more intricate ones, it's good to run it through a couple of times just to make sure it cuts through. But this doesn't need that. So we've got that cut out now. And we just have to put things together, really. So what I did was I adhered these right down flat, and then I'll put some dimensionals on them. And I'm going to do this with the glue just to make sure I have a little wiggle room because it's a little bit tight on this, the border, so it lets me kind of push it around. So that looks good. And we will, let me put this inside, and I'll use just my snail. Oh, I always miss the first part for some reason. I don't know why I do that. I don't catch the paper with the glue right off the bat. So I'm just going to line that up, and I line the top and bottom corner and then the side. So that's done. I think I'll put this on next while I'm adhering the layers. This way there's no bumpies. When I put the dimensions on, I'll have kind of, it won't be as flat to lay down. So we've got this. I love gray and pink. I mean, what a great combination that is, right? And then I'm going to adhere this down as well. And then I'll put the cross on with the dimensionals. Pretty easy. So let's kind of lay this down. See where we want it. That looks good. And then I'll put dimensionals on the cross and on my banner there. I just love dimensionals. They just pop up everything. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put one right in the middle. Put one down here and one on each end. Okay. Easter is right around the corner. I can't believe it already. So I'm going to make another card. Actually, I was playing with the barn door. I think I might make a Easter card with the barn door with a little Easter bunny or something like that. So I have the more religious one, and then I have the Easter bunny one. So whatever your background is, whatever your choice is, there's plenty of things to choose from here. And we'll just put this on the back here. Just take off the release papers. And then we're pretty much done. I did just put a one of these jewels in the center here. You could put them, stream them across if you wanted to, but let me just get my little poker tool here, and I'm just going to put this right smack in the middle. Okay, so I think we're done. Let me just put the cap on my glue, and the fronts are both the same, but then when you have the inside, I have some scripture here, and then I have Happy Easter there. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for my next video. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on my blog, pspapercrafts.com, or email me, Patty at pspapercrafts.com. You have a great day. Thank you. Bye.